Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Now in today's video I'm going to be walking all of you through how to use one of my favorite softwares which really adds atmosphere and feel to a session, and that software is Syrinscape. Now Syrinscape is an amazing solution for background music and background sound effects for all of your D&D sessions. It's very versatile, customizable, and you can download Syrinscape for free. Now of course there are additional paid sound sets which you can buy, but you can actually get quite a lot out of the basic free version. Now without further ado, let's get right into today's video. Welcome to D20 in Disguise. Alright, so before we actually dive into how to use Syrinscape, let's dive deeper into what Syrinscape actually is, and there's no better way to do that than on their official website. So right from the start here we can see, what is Syrinscape? Syrinscape is an app that brings beautiful, immersive, dynamic sound effects and music to tabletop games, and that's exactly what it is, and it's very, very good at doing it. You can mix and match different sound effects and make pretty much any environment and any situation that you want with the sound effects which you have. Now, how do you download Syrinscape? Well, that's very simple. You're going to want to go to their official website and then go to the download section. And from there, you can simply download Syrinscape Fantasy Player. Now, Syrinscape has also released a sci-fi player, which, if you're running a sci-fi campaign, very useful. Or a board game player. Now, this is obviously for more hardcore board game players. It's really less for tabletop RPGs, but who knows? Maybe you could use it for a tabletop RPG campaign. Now, just a quick note, before you actually download Syrinscape, you're going to need to make a free Syrinscape account. It's free, you don't need to buy it, it's very simple. Next, once you've actually downloaded and opened up Syrinscape, you're first going to want to go to the little gear down here to settings, and then you're going to want to log in from there. Now obviously I'm already logged in, but once you download Syrinscape for the first time, you're going to have to log in. Next, let's look at the interface a bit. Now you can see on the left here we have all of Brindletown, Bugbear Battle, all of these different sound sets. Now, these different sound sets are different collections of sounds which you might find in a certain environment. Like, for example, you have Storm. This can be used when your players are traveling through a storm. Or Witchwood, you can use this in more of like a creepy Mirkwood-esque forest. To the right of that column of sound sets, we have these little purple boxes. Raining again, no music here. Music with no delay. What do these exactly mean? Well, these are presets for these specific sound sets. So I'm just going to click on Raining again. And then we can hear that rain comes in. You can hear some forest ambience, and all of these are different presets. So let's go Something's Out There. Then you can hear some distant sounds of some strange wildlife, something unnatural, as the name suggests. Now, all of these different sound sets have different presets. Like, Brindletown has Busy Market Day, and, let's see, and Dungeon Depths has This Is Uncomfortable. And all of these different presets can be very useful in different environments. Now, to the right of all of these presets, we have all of our separate sounds. Now, this is where Syrinscape really shines. You have all of these separate sounds which you can mix together in a beautiful blend of whatever you really need. Let's say we want some deep growling and some deep wind and some weird noises, and maybe throw a song in there. I have to say, that's quite spooky. Now obviously you can go as in-depth as you want with each of your different presets. You can actually select a few sounds and then make a custom mood. And this is very useful, and you can go super in-depth if you'd like. Or you can just quickly throw together a mood, quickly throw together a preset. But you can go super in-depth, you can really decide the exact level which you want each sound at, so one sound doesn't crowd out another, and all of that technical stuff. But on the other hand, you can also just quickly select a few sounds, just throw them together in a jumble, and you have a quick mood. It really works either way, whether you want to go in-depth or just quickly get some sounds out. You can also see to the right of all of your different sounds, you have some quick little one-time sound effects. Like, for example, let's make our preset again, just throw in some music there, and then just have a wooden door smash down forcefully in the distance. Or a trap sprung in front of the adventurers. Or a giant door opening. Ooh, that's kind of creepy. And you can just throw these sound effects out if you need them at a certain time. Like, I would expect traps in a dungeon. If the player suddenly stumble across a trap, there's a sound effect. But I have not even gotten to the most useful part of Syrinscape. Custom moods. Now, custom moods, you can actually see them right here. Custom moods 1, custom moods 2, and custom moods 3. These 3 different sound sets originally contained nothing except silence. Just a sound effect called enigmatic silence. Now, what you do with these 3 sound sets is you collect up different sound effects from different sound sets. Let's say, let's have a bit of music from Brindletown and some people passing by, and then maybe throw in some rowdiness from a tavern, and then maybe some passing carts from another city. And we have a custom sound effect. Now, obviously, if you're in the middle of a game, you can't go and select each of those one by one. That'd take too long, and you have to adjust all of the different levels for the different sound effects, and it's a hassle. But with custom moods, you can just go over to custom moods, just click on that enigmatic silence. You have to have that enigmatic silence running to actually make a custom mood here, and then you can simply go create custom mood. Let's say a small town. And then we have a small town. Now, of course, you can just let that fade away. And let's say we're running something else. We're running in a dungeon. So, alone in the depths. When suddenly you want to, for some reason, transition into the sounds of a small town. So, just let it run. And it switches over automatically. Custom moods are super, super useful, especially when you're just at the table running a session and you just need to quickly have presets ready. And personally, I set up all of my custom moods, all of my custom presets ahead of time. And I have some more generalized presets like a traveling song and a small town and more general presets just in case the players go off and do their own thing. Now, beyond everything which I've already covered, Syrinscape does have more customization. Like, for example, they have just general sound effects, like, here's a force missile being fired at someone. And let's say, here's oohing. Nice. Or even better. Or even. Why am I having so much fun with this? Beyond all of these free sound sets, You also have a multitude of purchasable sound sets, and these range from a fight with a dragon to exploring an abandoned monastery to traveling through water-filled caves. The possibilities are endless, and if you have a very specific situation which is going to occur in an upcoming session, and you can't really find just the right sound effects and music for it, then you go ahead and purchase a more specialized sound set for $2 or $3, and you're good to go. Overall, Syrinscape is extremely useful, extremely versatile, and just extremely nice. It really adds mood and aesthetics and just a really nice feel to any session. Music in any sense can really manipulate the mind, and it's very useful to have it in your toolbox as a GM. And I think that's about the basics of Syrinscape covered. Now, if you all would like me to cover more in depth on how I personally use Syrinscape, or Syrinscape's online player so you can play music and sound effects on the web, then please put your suggestions down in the comments. I'd love to do more videos on Syrinscape. It's truly a very, very useful tool, which I would highly recommend to any GM. Now, if you enjoyed this short tutorial, then please be sure to hit that like button and that subscribe button. And if you want to see more content like this, then don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single one of my uploads. Anyway, you all have a great day. Keep on creating, stay safe, and I will see you in the next video.